Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So right now I am going to review a South Korean law movie entitled A Violent Prosecutor, which is released in 2016 and regarding the justice system. It is produced and directed by Lee Il-hyun, that is a mixture of courtroom drama, action and comedy. This movie tells us about a story about a hot-tempered prosecutor called Yoon Jae-wook, whose interrogation tactics allow the jury to feel as tough as they were abused. At the same time, he is accused of murder. Then this prosecutor, Yoon Jae-wook, used all his legal expertise along with a successful conman to finally escape from the charge by using his brilliant mind and understanding of legal procedure, assisted by a surprisingly charming but cunning con artist called Han Ji-won, this young man. Overall, from this movie provides amusement as well as a critique of judicial corruption. Now let's go to the first ethical issue that related to this movie, which occurred in the interrogation room seen at minutes of 6:25 until 12:55. Prosecutor Yoon Jae-wook is shown assaulting a suspect to extract a confession, raising serious ethical and legal concerns. Under the Legal Profession Act 1976, such conduct amounts to professional misconduct as it involves criminal behavior and dishonorable conduct. This is further supported by Rule 31 of the Legal Profession Practice and Ethics Rules 1978, which prohibits conduct unbecoming of a lawyer. The prosecutor's action not only breach legal and ethical duties but also damage public trust in the legal profession.
The next ethical issue by legal professionals that was portrayed in the movie is when the deputy chief prosecutor Woo killed a suspect, manipulated and disposed of the real evidence, and framed Byun as the one who killed the suspect just for the sole purpose to gain personal benefit. These conducts by the deputy chief prosecutor not only went against the professional ethics in the legal profession, but the conducts already went overboard, which can make him convicted for criminal charges. In Malaysia, we have Rule 31 of the Legal Profession Practice and Etiquette Rules 1978, which states that every advocate and solicitor shall at all times uphold the dignity and high standing of his profession. By committing such crimes, the deputy chief prosecutor, which is regarded as an independent lawyer in criminal cases in Malaysia, already tainted and undermined the dignity of his legal profession. Moreover, Section 94 of the Legal Profession Act 1976 provides one of the misconducts of an advocate and solicitor, which is conviction of a criminal offence that makes him unfit to be a member of his profession. This can be found in subsection 3, paragraph A. Murder, destroying evidence, framing innocent person. This is enough to make him unfit to be a prosecutor. Therefore, if a prosecutor or an advocate and solicitor acted in the same manner like Woo Jong-gil acted, he will be guilty of misconduct and he will be liable for punishments stated in subsection 2, in which one of them is being suspended from practice.
Moving on to the third point, which are mala fide practice. The Deputy Chief Prosecutor, DCP, not only frame and suppress evidence just like we mentioned by my colleague before, he also uses connection with the warden in the state prison where Byun resides to actually blackmail and influence him to join them in their mala fide practice. Not only that, the DCP also meet with Byun, who actually has been represented by other lawyers. Rule 17.07 of Rules and Rulings of Bar Council Malaysia mention that matters which are false are not permitted. Meanwhile, Rule 42 states that advocate and solicitor not to communicate with a person who is represented by other advocates. Rule 36 states that the advocate and solicitor is to prevent client from wrongful conduct towards the court, whereby all of these things was actually being put aside by both Byun during his mention with the prisoners and also the DCP. Thus, the conclusion is as much as we want to fight for our client, we must also adhere to the law to uphold justice. Thank you.